Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Sonos Connect amp. Now, this product retails for roughly $400 and is a great way to take an existing wired stereo system and make it wireless. And that's exactly why I purchased this. Part of the rebuild of my home post Hurricane Matthew is really making everything that goes into that rebuild a little bit more intelligent. Especially since I'm not a big fan of using the word smart. So at $400, Sonos makes really the perfect product to do exactly that. I have invested in other products from them in the past, so this is far from a first. And basically what this is going to permit me to do is connect this single unit to I think that's a 6 or a 7-way switch that I have for sound all around the house, at least on one level, and on the exterior, and then just using this single amp and that switching system, and then of course a little bit of Chromecast will come into play. I will have the ability to wirelessly stream music to all of the speakers in my home. Of course, I'll still need to lean on the manual switch in certain instances, but that's an upgrade I can make down the road. And that's what I liked about this product, versatility. So, of course, your quick start guide, paperwork you already expected to see, and there we have it. Now, it only comes in one color to my knowledge, unlike a lot of other Sonos products. The one thing it does share in common with all other Sonos products is it is beefy. This is a heavy unit. You know, the Sonos Sub is nearly 40 pounds. The Sonos Play Bar is heavy, even the small Play ones. I mean, this is part of what Sonos does in trying to make their products not just sound great, look great, but also feel like you're getting what you pay for. Ethernet cable for networking this. You do not need an internet connection in order to make any Sonos devices work, but you do actually need a network. So for those of you who don't understand what I mean, you don't need to be connected to the internet, but you do need an actual either Ethernet or wired network. So internet not required, but networking required. Then you can use your smartphones, tablets, whatever it may be, Android or iOS alike, to connect to this device and stream whatever you desire. So the power cord, the Ethernet cable, and that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the actual Play amp. And there's really not that much to look at. I mean, it's fairly straightforward what you're getting here, which essentially just consists of an amplifier that is networked. I mean, that is what I wanted, and that's what you're about to see come out of the package. I'm actually going to attempt to set this up today and see how it works. Hopefully well. I'm hoping, because I've got some nice speakers that it's going to get wired to. So you can see we've got 2 Ethernet ports right there, traditional analog inputs there. So if you're not dealing with stereo wire and you just want to hook up, auxiliary devices that will work with, stereo channels, you can do that. We also have the subwoofer out, and then the actual power brick connection there, right there for your power supply, and then you have exactly what you would expect, a set of traditional speaker wire plugs, or I should say teeth, to thread your channels of audio directly into this so that you can accommodate stereo sound. And then once you have this connected to your traditional stereo wire, which of course is just a matter of, I believe, screwing these, or in this case Sonos is smart, they made it, you just have to push it down and then pull it up. They don't want to make life too difficult. Days of old were always screwing and unscrewing in order to tighten speaker wire on your amp. You're pretty much good to go. On the front end of the unit we have the play and pause button, as well as volume up and down. But of course all of this can be controlled remotely. Sonos just puts it there so that if you do desire physical buttons, you've got them. Now for me personally, this is going to be inside a cabinet. No one will ever see this, and that's exactly where I want it to be. For anyone else out there, it's certainly has the profile, the look of something that you may not want to stick in a cabinet, because it is a nice piece of hardware, certainly a lot nicer than the majority of amplifiers on the market. So definitely a nice pathway, especially if you have a strong Wi-Fi network, which I do with the Orbi, to enable yourself to stream music to wired speakers that otherwise many people would render useless. But as we all know, quality speakers don't go out of style. Unlike a lot of electronics out there, good sound doesn't change over time. Of course, speakers can blow out and break, and wiring can go bad, but if it hasn't, then a good speaker from 20 years ago could certainly outperform, or in many cases will outperform, a good speaker from today, just depending on the quality of the build, wattage, and who the manufacturer is and how fine-tuned it is. I'm not going to get into all of that, but this is the pathway to taking a great wired speaker and giving it wireless flexibility on your own network. Again, without the requirement of having internet, but with the requirement of having networking capability. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button. As I mentioned, as usual, I will have a link in the description to purchase this through Amazon for those of you interested, like I usually do. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.